Right everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got to laugh because if not, I will cry. I've never been so embarrassed in my 3 years of doing YouTube or whatever to how bad I played on the ForeBrothers golf major. Me, Ash from Golf Supply, the three boys. It's the worst golf I've ever played. I think I was between 15 and 20 over. I couldn't hit a ball. I couldn't hit an iron shot. Annoyingly, what I did was, everyone, you watched my my lesson with Chris that I put on YouTube not long ago. The lesson where I was trying to get that left shoulder and keep my back to target. We then took that into the Selby round, the pro comp, where I explained that I'm going to have to get worse before I get better. And for some reason, that was okay. Like, I didn't mind knowing that I was going to play bad. But then when I got to the Belfry and I was with the boys, I bottled it. I just literally bottled it. I thought, do you know what it is? I haven't even got any excuses. I just played shit. And I literally was like, do the back thing, do the shoulder thing. It's easy. You've been playing well. And I just didn't do it. And I went back to my old swing, which is something you should never, ever, ever do. I didn't trust it, and I played the worst golf ever. So, yes, we're in the car, and we're heading back to Chris, because we need an emergency lesson. My chipping was awful. Like, inside 100 yards, I used to love. That was awful. My drive, I was getting from a fade to a slice. My irons, I don't even know where they were going to go. But there's one man that can sort it. It's Chris. So, like I said, these videos are going to always kind of like continue on. So it's going to be like one big story kind of over the year. And it's going to flow nicely. There'll be a few collaborations in there. There'll be a lesson every month. And then my rounds in between. And we're going to see, the goal is, by the end of this year, on camera, to shoot under par. It's a lot of work to do. So let's get there, see Chris, and just hopefully we have a good lesson. But it's a good lesson. We're going to do some stuff on the grass range. So some iron work, then driver, then ladder drill, which is like 50, 60, 70 yard shots. And then we're going to go on the course and play 3 or 4 holes and put it to the test straight away on the course. It'll be a good video. It'll be a good lesson. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's go and sort my shit golf swing out. Right, we're back. Christoph.
I feel like privileged seeing you this often.
Mate, this is good.
You're back in the game.
This is good.
You're back in the game.
I've actually got the golf bug back. I'm gonna admit I didn't have the golf bug in winter. It was cold, it was wet, it was windy.
2024,
it was awful, man. 2024, I didn't have the bug.
Not the winter, the whole year.
Also, Chris, I want to say thank you to everyone for the nice comments.
Thank you, yeah. Nice to hear that people like what we do. It's good.
Yeah, people have been like in the comments being like, get them to Manchester. I'm gonna start pimping you out and being like, we've got a Manchester clinic, a Leeds clinic, get you up north.
It's like doing a nightclub tour, isn't it?
Then I haven't got to start driving down here all the time. But no, look, let's get to the golf straight away. Let's explain the car. So, Selby, we had the last lesson with the shoulder thing and the back to target, which people loved. I took that into Selby. It was obviously, because we had the lesson, that is why as well we are today on an outdoor range, because obviously doing it in there to practicing it to then doing it on a course felt a bit mad, do you know what I mean? Obviously I trusted it.
Yeah.
Wasn't far away. I was like, what, I think 9 or 10 over. I can't remember what Selby was. But then under pressure, not under pressure, but we did, you probably by now already watched the ForeBrothers video at the Belfry. I am so embarrassed. Like, it was like one of them days I was driving down, I was like, do I trust the shoulder thing? Do I go with it? And I got on the first tee, it was the 10th. Also, just while I'm on this lesson, just want to talk to you quickly about the outfit. This hoodie is probably the comfiest hoodie you will ever wear in golf. Why? Because the hood is a little bit weighted. So when you swing, the hood doesn't flap around and get in the way. Matched it with some golf joggers. These are the new ATSG joggers. Stretchy as you like. You could literally go to the gym in these. They've got I'm going to wear a belt, got a little waistband. Oh, this as it is probably the comfiest golf outfit you'll ever see. And as a thank you to you lovely, loyal YouTube followers who followed me for a while, I'm going to put it in the corner of the screen. There's only 100 of these available. So I'll put the code in the bottom left corner or right corner, and I'll put it in the description. And that code will get you 15% off anything you want, okay? So get on the website, use the code, and get yourself some joggers and a hoodie. You will not regret it. Or some shorts, or a little granddad collar, whatever you want. I'm going to leave the code on the screen for the next 2 minutes after I've hit this lovely shot. Right, so I've got an iron shot, so back of the stance, tall, lean in, shaft lean, stay there. The divot is unbelievable. Aimed a little bit left, and we're just bouncing onto the front of the green. Code's below, enjoy. And I'm like, I can't do that. If I do that shoulder thing and back to target and fat this or it goes left, I was like, nah. So I stuck with what was safe, which is what I said, do not do. And I had the worst round ever. It was bogey, treble bogey. But by the end of it, I stopped playing. We just let Ash and Ash and Paddy finished it. I started 600 as well. I started off scratch, and it was just to this day in my whole golfing YouTube career, that is the most embarrassing and crap I've ever played. And I'm not even lying; it was so bad.
You're just stuck. So it's too. It was almost too. That came too soon from the lesson. So you didn't fully trust it yet. And then you were in between.
I didn't know where the ball was going to go. I didn't know if it was going to draw. I didn't know if it was going to fade. Driver, I just thought hit it as hard as I can in on the left because I knew it would come back.
And the driver was all right.
Driver was actually all right. There's some good drive. Then it's mate, that hole in the belfry, you know, the lake.
Yeah.
I aimed in the middle of the lake.
Oh God.
And it sliced back to the fairway.
No, we don't want to do that.
It was awful. It was awful. So since then, I've played a couple of rounds not on camera. We are going to film a round just so everyone can see where I'm at. But with the goal this year to get back to where I was last year and to get back to trying to shoot a round on camera under par, because that is the goal for 2025. By then this year, I want to be at least a level par round, but on camera, the absolute goal is under par. We've got some serious...
I think you could do it.
Not serious work to do. At the minute, the goal from today is I don't know where the ball's going to go.
Still don't trust, yeah.
And that back thing, I'll have a play with it, but I don't know.
So the back thing is like the way you've interpreted, but ultimately we've got
the feel,
the stop you spinning out, right, and moving the path too much across the golf ball. When we looked in the sim, we were discussing like the low point being too far back, which was causing the fat shots with the irons, and the spinning out with the driver, which is causing the leg slice.
Yeah.
We need to. I'm not saying you know, this is a good one for people to listen to. Like, you've always been a natural fader at a golf ball. I'm not necessarily trying to make Gaz a draw at a golf ball, but when he's fading it, you're like 3 swings from a slice.
That's what I mean.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's just too close to what we know is catastrophic for you.
Yeah.
So we've got to put something in place that gives you insurance.
It draws a few swings away from, you know, hook.
But maybe a pull hook. I've never seen you start the ball right and hook it.
Oh yeah, I've never started the ball right and hook it.
So we need more push elements in your game.
I did feel a bit better, but
thing is, what I think you're looking in the wrong place first, right?
Yeah.
So we're nitpicking, like, so let me jump in for one second. Just talk about. We'll start this off. This is really simple, right? So you're at the moment thinking, do I do this? Do I do this? Like, you're looking at directional stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's not important, but our job is to focus on the things that are most important first. So contact at the minute is the most paramount thing, right?
Yeah.
So you're interacting with the ground too early. Yeah, you're either picking it, and when you do hit it quite clean, that's the key word here. You pick it, and then you pick on yourself, like, look where I'm hitting the ground. So this, you know, although things that happen early will directly affect sequence, this for me isn't the most important thing to focus on right now. Right. Yeah, it's to focus on the contact thing. When you're at least say 80% likely to strike it decent, then worry about the accuracy piece. Get the distance control right first with the strike, and then worry about that. So a couple of little things that I noticed straight away, like really little things that are good to be outside, is your alignment's a bit off. Yeah, so I would say first and foremost, there's too much pressure on your right leg at address. Right. As you go back, you move into your right leg, which is pretty good, but you don't get back over enough. So you look like you're going to, and then you back out of it, right? So this is the frame that I worry about.
That left shoulder again, yeah.
Left hip's too high, left shoulder's too far back, angles are all being thrown out. So we've got to move that low point forward first. That's what it's like. There's no way around that, right? So the actual shape of it is not bad. You load, you actually overturn slightly, so you ain't got to turn any more than what you're doing there. Right, let's go a couple of low-hanging fruits first, right? So set up to the ball and a little bit more sharply. And so I want you to be a lot more like that. You feel like you're on your left side a bit more now, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Right, first and foremost, let's just start by feel like you're staying on your left side and hit a shot. So stay there and hit a normal swing, but stay on your left. Okay, so that was already better, wasn't it?
What?
Look where you've hit the ground.
Yeah.
Like, so you've taken a divot, right?
Got a divot.
So if you know, and again, these are little low-hanging fruit things, but often if the setup is being compromised, let's start there. So for me, it looks like the handle's a little bit back.
Okay.
You're aiming a bit to the left. That's not necessarily what I'm worried about in terms of low point. The weight, if anything, is slightly on the right side. So let's just get ball position in the middle, alignment neutral, shaft lean. So when we have a little bit of shaft lean, that's going to encourage more of a downward hit, but more of a draw. Okay. And when the handle is further back, that will influence the path being more to the left. I'm careful with my words, so I want to make sure I'm saying the right stuff, right? So I want you to feel like the butt of the club is at your left hip.
Left hip?
Yeah, a left hip bone or left pocket, just somewhere towards your left thigh, so slightly more in front.
Yeah.
I want you to feel like you've got 60% of pressure on your left side.
Yeah.
Okay? That is going to match your tendency to tilt through the ball, right?
So when I tilt, I'll actually be at 50-50.
Well, we don't actually want to be... Your pressure will still be forward, but your tilting motion tendency, you're at least, again, building an insurance thing, so it helps you on the course. You don't want to start on your back foot with no shaft lean and then tilt and left side gets up. So we'll get to the strike piece, we'll get to the movement piece, but this is quite easy straight away to help you on the course, okay? So set up to the ball, that's it, hands are in front, weight's more on the left, stand a bit taller in your knees, there you go. There you go. Now feel like you stay on your left-hand side and just swing normal to start with. Okay, so you backed out of that a little bit. Didn't stay on your left.
Thin, yeah.
Yeah, so you started there and then you backed out of it. Okay, let's do it again. Don't worry, take away for now. We're going to get to that. Just hands in front, you've pulled them back again. Hands.
I know.
Right, stay there and hit the ball. Stay on your left the whole time. Well, look at that divot.
Yeah, I felt the divot. I felt the ground.
That was pure, right? You shut the face a little bit, but I'm okay with that. So if we look at this, ball position is kind of under the sternum. That's how I measure ball position rather than feet. Because people, so it's under your sternum. Shaft lean is slightly in front. There's less movement to the right. So you're now at the top of the backswing, more on top of it. Okay? Which for a wedge, we definitely want to be more on top of it. We don't want to be too much on our right side because we're not trying to create as much velocity and we're trying to control blow point. This is the nice thing though. See the strike, come down, you've got more angles than you had a minute ago because of your distribution of weight. You hit the ball, look at the ground. You hit the ball, and then you hit the ground. Far better. Now, is that still tilted? Yes. Are the hips still slightly too far forward? And we can see that because that left knee is outside of the ankle. Okay. So when someone's left knee gets outside of the ankle, that is a good indicator that the hips are too far forward. When the hips get too far forward, what's my spine going to do?
Go back.
It's going to go back. So we need to just tidy up that left side a little bit more, right?
Is that when you just like pull your left hip back? Like that?
Well, that's going to help. That's going to move the path, so we don't want to do that too much, right? Good. Weight on your left. Really good setup. Stay there. Just stay on your left the whole time. It's far better strike. How'd it feel?
Yeah, right.
Where'd it go?
I didn't really.
Oh, it's on the thing. Perfect.
I didn't really concentrate on doing my hands in there. I just went club head to track one.
Yeah, and at the minute I haven't even looked at your swing really in terms of the lines because
I'm not going to do all this. I'm just literally I'm here. I'm just going. But it looks pretty alright to be fair.
And the thing is,
I prefer that rather than the hand thing. I probably think the club head.
That's harder for you, isn't it?
When I played my best golf, that was what all my swing thought. I don't know how I did it. My swing thought was club head, trackman, and a ladder drill swing.
So if we look at that, right? So what you've just said there to me, as a coach, is Gaz is off 1 or 1.9 or something, yeah, as a handicap.
No,
he's a good player.
It's going up there.
Okay, you're a 1 or 2, but your handicap.
2.9 or something.
All right, 3. So you're a good player, but you know when you've played your best golf, right? You know. So we have to, as coaches, remember that we have to listen and try not to deviate too much from that because you've got a model where you played your best golf. But what you'll notice from today's session is we are now outside. We're not in a sim. I've not brought my TrackMan deliberately because we're now this session's a lot more tailored to when we're on the course. So things that are more easy to implement.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go, I want you to be 2 degrees this way and that way when we're not trying to, it's not that bad. When I watched you warm up, all I seen was strike issue. So when I see a strike issue, fundamentally, it's like, unless something's drastically off, it's going to be a low point problem. So that's what we're addressing. We're affecting that impact piece.
Yeah.
You'll get some, and then we'll worry about
but if
2 degrees here and
that
there.
strike comes in though, it's all right, isn't it?
It's good. Well, when you've hit the last couple, how do you feel with it?
Yeah, I'm just going like that. Club head's a bit. I mean, my ball position's a bit further back.
Tiny bit further back, but still middle.
Shaftly, and I'm going in.
Right, that's it. And you're gonna feel like bend, straighten your legs a little bit. They're just too flat. So remember to flex. So when you go back to where your knees were, right? Are your knees bent or flexed?
Bent.
They're bent, right? I want you to flex your knees.
I'll never get close at the ball though.
Okay, that's no problem. I don't think you have to. I think you could just need. So I think you feel. I don't think you need to go much closer. Just straighten your legs a little bit. Right there. That's good. That's good.
A full stretch of my arms.
That's good. Yeah, your arms are a bit straighter. Yeah, it's good. I like that. Way on your left. Keep them on the left now. How was the strike?
I think it was all right.
It's money.
Yeah.
That's 3 in a row. Ball turf. No fat ones. No picky ones. Taking a divot. Like when you warm.
Did I take a divot there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the club.
Oh yeah, I didn't feel it.
Yeah, you didn't, because it was thin and long. So remember divots. We don't want to take big, dirty chunks. We want to take £5 notes. Thin and long is a good indicator of that. Okay.
And that was pretty a neutral shot, wasn't it?
It was dead straight.
Yeah.
It was dead straight.
People ask me like, how often you have a lesson and blah blah. When I say people, you can be struggling and thinking, because I'm thinking, crap, it's so far away. I'm not doing it. I could keep playing and try and figure something out myself, but having a lesson a month, when I was playing my best golf, we were probably about 10 months in. And I feel like there was a couple of times that I came down and I would come for a lesson. I'd be like, mate, it's gone. And you'd be like, mate, move the ball 2 inches back and hit the ball. I hit the ball, I'd be like, oh. Like that's how, it's almost like you're sorting it before it goes drastically wrong.
Yeah.
It's easier to like every month to like get a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, rather than coming along and trying to fix a whole swing.
100%.
Like it's just a confidence thing. I can walk away now and probably just go and play good.
This is what I say to people. I'm quite a technical golf coach, but there's a time and a place for that. We're now trending into the season.
Yeah, you're only doing that.
I'm not going to rip you a new one now.
No.
My job is to literally just make you be better at golf and increase his. If you listen to his intro, he just had no clarity. He just didn't know where he needed to focus. He was all over the place in his mindset. So my job when I listen to that is like, right, okay, let's look at him and let's focus on the thing that is the most important and let's give him clear direction. Then we get some success, which he's getting, and now he feels like Rory. So we're doing all right, you know what I mean?
Let me get a bit bigger club. Let me go for like an 8 iron.
Yeah,
that's another thing I need to just remind myself of. Ball position on irons. Are you having it a little bit back, a little bit right of centre, up until 7 iron? So
for you, because you're again,
because of me,
your tendency is to do this, and you're a fade bias player. So your ball position is going to be just back of the sternum position.
With everything?
Okay? No, with up to your mid irons.
7.
Up to say 7, right? And then naturally, as the club gets a little bit longer, the ball position is going to move forward, but it will still be slightly back relative to what you'd normally have.
So my 5 and 6 and 4 iron would be like here, not like up here. Where
not up there exactly. Because what I typically see,
just left to centre.
Just left centre, but we'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, and this will change as well. But what I typically see with people who slice it, and you came in like your wedge. You came in, you were aiming left. And your ball position was up, right? So when we aim left, that's a left element. When the ball position's up, that's a left element. So when people fear the right shot, they get left and left and left. I've straight away moved you to the right and put the ball back. Yeah. That's 2 things to help you hit it earlier in the arc.
So 7 iron's going to be the same place as the wedge, yeah?
Maybe just forward of the wedge, so like in the middle. There you go, that's perfect. That's perfect position. Slightly shaft lean, which you won't have done. There you go, that's spot on there. Now, as long as you stay there, you're good. Good. Strike was decent. Face was 2 degrees open. How was the strike though? Felt nice, yeah?
Min strike, just faded, didn't it?
Tiny bit open, right? We'll fix that. If that keeps happening, we'll fix that after. Straighten your knees. That again, don't get too fat. That's one of the reasons you're probably fatten it. Straighten your legs a little bit. There you go. Your arms will feel a little bit straighter. You'll feel a bit taller. I don't think you need to be closer, mate.
I do, because I'm like...
Just straighten your arms out a bit. There you go.
that feels more weird than
anything. You don't need to be like this.
Am I?
A little bit. Like, I'm not saying your arms will be locked out, right? But just let your arms, just let your arms hang. Yeah? I don't want you to start doing, because you've been a bit like this, right?
I'll do it as setup then. So
just let your arms hang. There you go. Yeah, legs are good. That's good. Weight on the left. Keep it there. What more do you want from me? You've driven 3 hours for 10 minutes. I think we'll just go. Let's leave it there.
I know, I'm just saying. This is why I say he's the best, you know what I mean? I come down, 10 minutes, we're done. That's all I need.
I don't really need to do anything else. It looks money.
Look at, you obviously
I thought I had my work cut out for me. Thank you to Richard at Tilsworth, by the way, looking after us again.
The trust in that, Jesus.
Yeah, no, listen, I thought you were in a bad place, but it wasn't that hard.
I am in a bad place. Never gonna hit a 4-iron.
Yeah, go on, yeah, hit one.
Or 6.
It's just why are you bottling the 4-iron? Hit the 4-iron.
No, I like the 4-iron. This is my forgiving club.
All right.
This is the T200.
All right, we'll hit the 5 then. Is the 5 a T1?
No, T100, yeah. The 5 would be hard.
Okay, let's hit the 5.
Just the 5.
Yeah, let's hit the 5. So where would you normally go? Set up as you would
Like
when you
here.
came in. Yeah, go get set up as you would when you come in. Go on. Let your feet do what they want. Don't use the club as reference. Just set up and like you would hit it. Tell them when you're ready to go.
There.
Right. So it's not terrible. Come back for me.
Yeah, I just guessed with that. But
yeah. So you can see your feet are quite a long way left.
yeah.
Yeah. Now we want our feet, just for people like to be. If we're going to be somewhat neutral, we'll just use train tracks as an analogy. Yeah. So it's going to be parallel. There is little intricacies there to that, but club base was here, and your feet are over here naturally. Yeah. So if we say like that club is probably parallel to the left of that green thing now.
Yeah.
Right. So get yourself set up to that. Club on that. Ball position. So naturally move. Do you feel too far away now? Want to move this a bit?
Yeah. No, it's
You right there, yeah?
I'm just trying to hang them up.
Put the ball slightly further back than that. Yes, that's it. And drop this in. Right. So that feels like you're aiming right, wasn't it, with your body?
Yeah.
If you look up.
It's all right.
Put your weight on your left a tiny bit. That's really good setup for a 5-iron. Go on in.
Bit of fat?
No. It's the best 5-iron you've ever hit in your life.
I think it's going the same as the 7-iron distance.
How can you tell that when he goes over the green thing? It's definitely gone much further than the 7-iron.
Did it really?
That was pure.
It was good.
That was so straight and so pure.
Ah.
Okay, so that's that one.
I got to here and I just went, like, my hands went a bit whippy and...
So you're thinking about your backswing piece, right? So to me, from a face-on perspective, it almost looks like through the ball, you were trying to create launch. Yeah, like subconsciously. Don't be afraid of hitting down into it. You've got enough speed in your goal swing that it'll go high. Get a bit wider in your feet, just a little wider. There you go. Feet, get them square to that stick. Weight on your left, stand a bit taller with the legs, so not too bent. There you go. Stay on your left, stay there the whole swing. There you go. I mean, it's straight over the thing, so I'll hit the pole.
I thought it wasn't going as far as that 7-iron.
Yeah, that was decent though. That was
yeah,
good.
it went straight.
Yes, that one was slightly toey. How'd that feel?
Yeah, felt better. It's just landing past that thing.
Mate, stop worrying about distance. We've got range balls and stuff.
Yeah,
we don't know. Like, you're hitting it good right now. If I'm being picky, you're still this, right?
Yeah, I'm so steep.
You're not steep. Your actual path. Well, you're steep in your hand path, but your path is actually pretty decent. Okay.
Yeah.
But going back, your hands go slightly away.
Yeah.
Whatever, you've done that. I would say that a little bit more depth would help you. So it's a little bit high. Oh, sorry.
I can see. Don't worry.
Yeah. So Gaz's hands go a little bit away here. He gets to the top in a pretty good position. If I'm being really picky, it's slightly high, right? The issue for me is that his hand path gets a little bit out and a little bit steep early in the downswing. Because he's a good player, you'll notice how he starts to back out of it now. So if I stopped it here, you go, look, his club head's in line with his hand, or it's slightly inside. Well, it is, but the mass of his body's falling towards us. So this is what we talked about in our last lesson. It's just too steep in this position here. So the shaft goes up through the top of his shoulder, where I'd like to see it through the top of the bicep.
I can add a little bit, and I've got a setup now. I can add a little bit.
Yeah, we'll add a little bit. All right. I'm basically going to hold this stick or golf club, through his right shoulder on the same angle as that shaft. Okay. You're going to swing up to the top, stop at the top, and you're going to make sure that you're going to go back straight, but you're going to keep your hands and arms underneath that. Okay. So yes, it's going to feel a bit more round you. But when I say round you, right, you're not going to try and.
Yeah.
You're going to do it through turning, yeah?
Can I still flare my left foot out a little bit?
Yeah, if you want to. Let's not do this with a 5-iron because we're going to make a change here. So let's do it with that and then swing underneath. So you just touch me. Don't worry about the shot. Don't worry about the shot because you touched me. Again, when we're making change, I'm not bothered about the strike straight away. Just going to get a feel for it. Same again. That's it. That was nice. Good. Right.
I can't hit the ball.
No, don't panic straight away, right? Again, I've got a stick in the way. Just because you hit 2 bad shots doesn't mean it's wrong. Don't panic. I want to have a look at that. Right, record. I can't really do 2 things at once here. So I want you to imagine the stick's there, and I just want to see it visually, okay? Okay, so let's log that for a second. I'm going to explain. So you've just hit more of a draw.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's definitely shallower. Now I'm not saying it's perfect. So there's a couple of things that are right. Sorry. So as you go back, you're rolling it way inside. Okay.
Yeah,
right. You are deeper at the top. Actually too deep. Halfway down, you'll notice how that is no longer steep.
Yeah.
It's actually too far the other way.
Yeah.
So we don't need to go as much as that. Okay. So this is where, with you, we've got to be a bit careful with it. Yeah. So all I want is a little bit more depth. So rather than adding any sensation of going round, I don't want to do that for you, because as soon as I tell Gaz to go round, he's whipping it inside. Okay. We're going to go back at the track, man. Do it again for a second. So your normal backswing, normal. That feels straight. Okay. And you're going to feel like this elbow is slightly lower. Is that easy enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So do a really slow one. Let me have a look at the interpretation of that first. Go back at the track, man. Stop at the top. Stop at the stop. Yeah, okay, that's good. All right. Do that and hit one gently. Start again. Just chip one. Nothing crazy. You're not going round or anything. You're just going to hold the elbow lower slightly. Okay, good. Now, log this, right? So that's now become draw biased. Thing is, I don't want you to start getting rolly, because that ultimately is
really hard for me.
Just keeping it lower.
To go back and without thinking about my right elbow.
Okay, right, set up to the ball. I'm going to ditch that, all right? I'm going to ditch it totally. Just go back to what's comfortable for now. All right, weight on the left, straighten the knees, turn the hips in. The hips are still left there. There you go, straighten the knees now a bit. Okay, that's a good position. Stay on the left and just hit. Okay, so let's just stay there. Let's just stay there. So your pattern there, when you look at it on the camera, right? And this is where it's pretty good going back, and it is ever so slightly over coming down. Now, my preference would be to work on the back thing, because your backswing's all right.
But doing the back thing from a forward position,
well, it's gonna make you mess.
I can try it, but
why do we need to try it? That's what I'm saying. We don't need to try anything because it's working well. And this is where we got to pick our battles, right? If this was the winter now, and we weren't playing loads of YouTube videos and the sun weren't out, then I'd probably say, right, let's get in the sim and let's grind it. But the fact is, noticeably, we've moved the low point forward. Your confidence has increased. The ball flight's going pretty straight, 2 or 3 yard fade. Yeah. Do we actually give a crap? No. Not really. Yeah. So let's just leave it as that.
Should we hit a few driver?
Let's see driver, yeah. I added 2 simple thoughts, but then got a little bit limited success. Now, doesn't mean it's wrong information, because the information was correct, but there's a time and a place to deliver that information, and we don't want to take a player from really confident position and then knock him down and say it's the right thing to do, just carry on with it. I'm a massive fan of drip feeding information, continually giving correct information, but in the right order. So right now, because of the success it's getting, we're just staying where we were. We're going to get the consistency right, which is exactly the way I said I want to teach golf. Consistent distances first, then refine movement to hit it straighter, and he'll go and play good just doing that with his little fade.
For a couple of weeks.
For a couple of weeks, and he'll ring me and have a meltdown.
No, right. So driver, do you want me to hit one normally?
Yeah, normal, I want to see it, yeah.
Right,
just
so,
as you have been.
So this is just set up normally, I guess.
Okay. Well, I didn't see the flight. I was looking at what was the flight?
Came down over the 200. I probably zoomed
on the right?
Yeah.
Did I have a bit of a cut, yeah?
And I aimed with the green thing.
Yeah, carry on.
I feel like the falling back is even more apparent on driver. Like, I can't really remember the amount of times.
It definitely will be more apparent on the driver.
I can't remember what times I've hit it. Like, I hit one the other day, right? And it actually was all right shot, Chris. We started so far left, and I was like here again. I was like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, you hate that.
Someone was watching as well. I was thinking, they must be looking at him thinking he's crap.
No, they definitely don't think that.
Yeah, but the ball went about 240 yards, and I fucking.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that.
I jumped as I hit it. Right, here we go. Actually, I'm gonna try. I'll try.
Don't lean left or anything like that. Okay. Driver now. Straighten your knees up a bit though, definitely. There you go. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Same again.
Yeah.
It's got me more right at the 200. Can't play with that. Nearly stayed balanced and it was better.
Right, okay. So it's the same thing, right? You're spinning out, and that's why you're falling back. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. So if you look at Gaz's swing, going back, hands go a little bit away, whatever, club rolls, touch, don't care. Gets to an actually pretty good position here. Spins slightly early, hand path comes out, whatever. Right, so what we're going to try and do, we're going to try a really simple concept first. of understanding where the hands go in the transition. We're going to try, rather than we've tried to, like the message is still the same, right? So I need you to stay more closed for longer, okay? And that is going to give you the ability to hold your balance. If you spin from the top, because you're a good, if you don't fall back, you're going to turn from the top out and onto your left side. You're going to start slicing it more or pulling it.
Okay.
So the falling back for you is like something that if you're going to spin from the top, you have to do it. Otherwise, you'll hit it worse.
Yeah.
But okay, we're going to just do something. We have done this before as well. Get to the top of your swing, right? Whatever. The backswing's the same. We need to understand. So at the moment, the hands at the first movement down are traveling too far out.
Yeah.
So the hands in the downswing need to travel out somewhat because they need to get back to the ball, but they also need to travel down and they also need to travel forward. 3 main dimensions.
Yeah.
Yours need to travel down more early before they go out.
Yeah.
Right now, take a practice swing. Yeah, stop panicking. It's not eat. No, without a ball. Go over here. Right, swing up to the top. Get yourself to the top in your swing and stop. Right, I want you to feel like the first movement down. Not going to think about your hands. You're going to feel like this bicep runs more down your pec. Yeah, you feel that? It's that connection point. And then you're going to swing as normal from here. So swing normal from there, okay? And then you'll never fall back. Do it in one motion really slow, where you literally just go back normal, totally comfortable. Left arm will feel like it runs down towards your sort of right pocket. Down, and swing through. Yeah, good. Do that in one movement. Just slowly. Up, down, and through. Good. Now do that with a little bit of speed. Let me record it. Hold on. Little bit of speed. Go on. Up, and just feel it run down behind you. Lovely. Right, now look at this, right? No, now, I'm not asking you to drop your hands. I'm not asking stop panicking. This could go very well, very quickly. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind, right?
Really bad,
so let's look at it first. This is exaggerated, okay? Goes up, same backswing, hands lowered. That's too much, okay? Yeah. But that movement, what is your body doing when you lower your arms?
Staying still.
It's staying closed.
Yeah, then
right?
I turn.
So it will naturally turn and you'll never hang back. Now that's way too much. You don't need to do it that much. Yeah. But I think that feel could be better than you think. Okay. So we're gonna hit a driver. Let me just demo how hard I want you to hit it. Right?
I know how hard.
No, because you're gonna go in and smack it.
I won't smash it.
Go back, lower and chip.
Okay.
Yeah, just nice and smooth to feel.
You can be the ball loader.
Right, slow motion. Just focus on the left arm. Good. And again, just do 5
of them. Ball loader.
Oh, sorry, I'm recording. Well, what do you want from me? I can't do everything at once.
There's 2 cameras behind you.
No, but I need to see it.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Same movement. Just smooth. Same movement. Good. Where'd the ball go? Right?
Little low draw.
Low draw, like a little sniper. Loving it. Little snap hook.
Little snap hooky one.
Ooh, we love it. Same again. Same move, just slow. Oh, I love it. Look at the flight.
I know.
Club 12 that, baby. That was the best shot of your life. Now, watch this, right? Now, this is too much, everyone, right? But when he adds momentum, you're going to regress back to your normal position somewhat. But if you look at how different this is, he gets up, the hands are too far back. I'm not saying it's the right move, but the body is not spinning, and your path is now swinging up and to the right, which we need more for a driver. Yeah. When you were spinning from the top, if we go to your first drives, it moves out and left really quickly until you back out of it. And it actually looks like you level out somewhat near a zero path, but you're falling back, leaving the face open. Right, show me, see how this player, so that was say 10%. That was 10%. Show me 60%. Oh my goodness, we're onto something. It's toe biased, it's from the inside, it's a draw. Now, I'm not saying you, so imagine this, right? So this is a tool that he develops. This may take 1 or 2 range sessions to make some lot comfortable, right? Yeah. But you're doing it. It's automatically changing.
Even if I hit it at 80%, it's probably still going to go 240, 250.
Well, it's lower spin, it's going to go further, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not slicing across it, right? Further. And I'm not asking you to draw the ball, but what I'm saying, if you have the ability to draw it, you can go to the range as a good player and go, do you know what if I do that at that amount and that amount? Oh, look at the ball flight straight. Yeah. Now, have you noticed that you're not falling back on it?
Yeah, balance feels unbelievable.
Now look at the swing. Oh my goodness. Listen, people. One simple thought, which is now, the reason I like this is because it basically.
No, I'll tell you why you like it. It's because I'm the worst person with feels.
Worst
like
pupil
worst pupil like
in
that.
the world.
It gives us a feel. I go, I hate that. Another one, I hate that. I hate that. So the fact that you've given me one, it's worked, and I can do
when
it.
I'm coaching Gaz the next day, I go to bed extra early because I know it's going to be a tough
That's
day
a
at work.
lie.
Okay, you hit it slightly off the heel, which is why it didn't come back. There's no fade on that, is there?
No.
Just straight. Right, let's go full speed.
Oof.
All right, so I always take one practice swing where you just exaggerate it. And then I want you to just, and your only thought process is to feel the left arm lower down the chest. Now just let me that's perfect what you just did. Now I'm just going to re-clarify one thing, get you to the top. What I don't want you to do is start to drop your arms behind your body, okay? That's bad. All I'm asking you to do is this arm runs slightly down, yeah, that's it. Rather than out. And then naturally, you notice how you won't, as soon as you lower the left arm, do you want to spin?
No.
No. So just lower it. Okay, go on then. Exactly the same feel as you've been doing, full speed. Now when you hit a bit more faster, you put it slightly further back in your stance, just a tiny bit, right, and square your hips up. When you do it faster, you're gonna have to do it a little bit more. So what you did in the last one, just lower it a little bit more. Good, really good. No, really good, really good.
Yeah.
You just stayed in your back foot because that's what you used to. It was very, very good. Do the exact same thing. Look at that.
Did I do it there?
Did it minimal. That's all you need.
Yeah.
So we've taken you, like this is what I'm saying, I've got it on camera as well.
Yeah.
So we took you miles, slow motion, to see, and you have you ever seen a ball go like that, start right and sling back to a target, which is what you were doing when you were hitting chips.
Yeah.
And that was like a 2-yard draw, yeah? Have a look at the swing. Tiny. Good balance.
Yeah. I did feel it.
You did it, but you felt it a lot less, right?
Yeah.
But it is only literally a split-second tiny delay in the spin I want.
Yeah.
So it isn't got to feel drastic. That's what I'm saying. When you first heard the thought, you were like, oh my God, but it's not that deep. It's tiny. Oh my God, it's money. It's club 12. Listen, what are you twirling?
Club 12.
I don't know what more you want from me. Because that's so simple. Look at the swing. Oh my God, it's money. It's club 12. Now watch. Watch the movement. Ready?
Yeah.
Just stopping, hands are not dropping behind
No,
them.
'cause I didn't feel like I did it a bit. I felt like I did it wrong there.
You felt like you did it barely anything.
Yeah, it's weird.
But
isn't
that's
it?
why I like to do things slow first and overdo them, and then because it's only a subtle movement to buy you a little bit more time. Well, now what I want you to do, just for shits and giggles, is I want you to do it, but I want you to hit it as hard as you can. But usually, if you hit it hard, you slice it more. Close your stance off a little touch. No, the other way. Yes, put the ball touch further back and straighten the arms and knees. Turn the hips a touch. Right. You're going to do the left arm feel, but everything you got. Make sure it's down. Go on, just a little bit down. Love it. Look at it. Look. That is the best drive of your entire life. I'm not even bantering. Low spin, high draw. Is that the best drive of your life? Is that the best drive of your life?
That was good, but it's mad. I feel like I'm not doing it, but I am doing it.
Look, mate. Okay, right.
So weird. No,
Please,
I'm happy.
Look at the swing at full speed.
It's so weird.
But look, it just looks like now it's going up and down on the same line.
Yeah, it's mad.
It's just buying you a tiny delay. Look at it. Just a little bit down. Love it. Look at it. Look.
Was it?
Best drive of your entire life.
Oh God! If I ever made it on tour, which I never will, but if I ever did, I think you'd definitely be on the bag. So me and you hitting shots. I've hit driver on like sawgrass, and it.
I'll start running down
that is the best drive of your life.
Straight up to Sky Sports cameras.
Yeah, just fucking club twirl.
Can't control myself, can I? I can't help it. I'm a child, really. Lesson over. I'll be honest, what a golf coach. That's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's a joke.
2 baby draws.
That's a joke.
We got it. Woo! Right. Now I feel like we should go and should we play a couple of holes.
Oh, scary though, isn't it?
Oh, that's what I mean.
Nah,
This is what I mean. We do it on the range.
I'm not as scared. Come on,
let's
go.
go and do
Let's
it on the course.
Let's go and do it.
Hit a friggin' slice into oblivion.
No. Here we go.
Right, we get the course. We also might throw in some. Do some little chips from here.
Little
that
adverts.
we haven't got to do on the course.
Yeah, cool.
Time's it now?
I've got about 50 minutes.
Let's do just 10 minutes of ladder.
So take a couple of practice swings before and just notice where, like I'm a massive advocate of taking like 2 or 3 continuous practice. I've told you this before as well. And just noticing where you brush the ground. Go on. So that was too early. Be more left-sided. Go on, now do it. That was lovely. Look, we took a little divot. Money.
Yeah.
That was more or less, so set yourself up to the ball.
I've got the 100 in it. Yeah, but it's like...
You're not hitting a 100-yard shot though, are you?
No, back of my stance.
Right, well that's not back of your stance. So stay exactly where you are. That's no, stay where. Because you turn your foot out. If I set up to the ball, as you just did. No, as you just did. Turn when you're comfortable. Right, so no, set up to the ball though. Stay in the same position. You comfy there?
Yeah.
So, ready to go?
Yep.
So relative to your sternum, that ball is slightly in front. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So your feet, it looks back in terms of your feet, but that's the problem. It's got to be measure it from your chest. That's a simple way of doing it. So put it in line with the right side of your pec. Keep going.
Yeah, so
Keep going. That's it.
So
now, look, if I hang this naturally from the from the middle of your chest,
yeah.
That ball is how much behind, would you say? Half a ball?
Yeah.
Right. Put your weight on your left to touch more. A little bit of shaft lean. There you go. Stay over there and just normal. Okay, just a bit, that there, not bad, just tempo. Smooth tempo, back and through, same one. There you go.
Yeah, I think I've been getting a bit quick.
And let's talk about, no, not going back, coming down. One of the big no-nos is slow to fast, acceleration through, because when I go slow and I create energy, usually what happens is I accelerate the handle of the golf club, right? When I watch the club head, when I accelerate the handle, what does the club do? It comes away from the ground. I'm going to thin it. We want to feel like, if anything, you've got a little bit more speed in your backswing, so you've got the energy in there that you don't need to create it. A lot of people go back slow or controlled and try and find energy. Don't do that. Just when I'm pitching, this would be my tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, same. 1, 2. Then you ain't got to find it on the way through. Keep it the same. Then there's no like aggressive explosions of energy which are going to cause things to get a bit awry. Yeah. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was nipped for like a 55-yard shot. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So
and look at it, you're taking divots, they're not too deep.
Basic, rather than do it off my sternum, if you're opening your feet out, if I'm flaring my feet out, the ball's almost on that back foot.
Well, it might feel like that for you. Again, this is for some people. Like, 'cause if I did this,
if you were square like this, obviously, if you were there, you'd obviously want the ball back there. But if I'm doing this,
I wouldn't do it
and
too much.
Here,
I would just. Why can't you just be square and open your front foot? Set up square, open your front foot. That's it.
Yeah.
And then just feel like your chest is like 2 or 3 inches in front of the ball, middle of your chest, and then just tempo from there. Yeah. 1, 2.
1. Yeah.
Again. So again. Stay on the left side, like you're doing with the irons. Yeah, you got to stay there.
I think it's. I think I actually did prefer it a bit like open up, not the full.
You
body.
can be a little bit open if you want. I don't care about that. It's fine.
And then I just put the ball like there.
Get your chest more. It's still not enough.
So it's like basically the ball's my back foot.
Okay, it feels on the back foot, but relative to your chest, it's fine. Now stay in front though. Stay in front the whole swing. That was nice. Thing is, it's not just about your setup. It is that. It's 3 main things, and it's your setup and your tempo are very paramount. But it's making sure that you don't. And I see this a lot of people set up on their left or in a good position, and then as they're coming down, they think they bottle out of it.
Yeah.
You got to. When you used to do this, and you chipped it unreal like that, and I'm not even against that. If you want to do that, do that.
Yeah, I did like that, to be fair.
Why did you stop? Was there a reason for it?
No.
As long as you stay over there, you're good. Just keep turning. Go on.
Good.
Tempo.
1, 2.
Lovely. That was the best one so far.
Yeah.
That was such a late strike. So you're never going to risk thinning it or fattening it. The only thing you'll hit is that slight trappy one, which comes out a little low but has loads of spin on it.
Yeah.
But it's low point for you, mate.
Back of the stance, flare foot out, get on that toe.
That's it. And stay forward. 1, 2.
And then I'm not turning my body, am I?
Yeah, you would.
But when I do a triangle, your body automatically turns.
Yeah, you don't need to think about that.
Yeah.
Just stay in front of it. And then tempo.
And it's just 1, 2.
Perfect.
That was
absolutely
that felt class.
Yeah, it was middled. Perfect.
Yeah, got it. Right, chipping done, driving done, irons done.
I'm knackered.
How are you knackered? We're going to go to the course, play 1 or 2 holes and just see if it works. That driver could go anywhere though.
Nah, what are you talking about? It's going to be money. People might come back and go, do you know you said this? I didn't like that. I did this. And I'm like, all right, same thing. Doesn't matter to me. It's just as long as, he's comfortable with it, but you clearly see there on the camera that he's redirected his hand path, stopped him spinning out. He's doing all the right stuff in a really simple way. And I'll just re-clarify, no one should be trying to drop behind them. What I'm telling Gaz to do is basically the line the left arm goes up, it needs to lower back down the same line. Where normally his hand path goes out too much before it starts to come down. I want it to go more down before it starts to move out. So it's as simple as that. Tiny little tool that was quite simple, and hopefully we'll find out in a minute on the course.
First hole on the course, what is it? Par 5?
Par 5.
Index 1. Hardest hole on the course. What a type of...
Tilsworth Golf Club.
What a,
local gem.
Yeah, little Tilsworth. We're going to aim right that little tree in the fairway.
Just aim, the flag, the yellow flag. Just left of that.
over this black thing.
And you're going to hit a little draw. Yeah, straight over the black thing. What's the ball flight?
Straight.
If anything?
Baby draw.
Can it work on the course?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be on tour, boy!
Pass another one.
We're going to be on tour.
We're going to hit another one.
This is what I call a bridge round. If you have a lesson, not necessarily with me, but you should definitely go out in a buggy on your own and try and bridge the gap between the lesson and range to the course. A lot of people will have a lesson, play a couple of range sessions and go into a tournament and expect it to work. You need to bridge it to start trusting it out here. Right, if anything, you could have just done the lowering slightly more than the last one, Gaz, okay? Same feel, just slightly more than the last one. Best shot of your life. Push draw.
Best shot of my life.
Oh my, get a tracer on that.
Get a tracer. You're in the tracer. We're
Right.
not in the tracer.
Now wait till you see how close these two balls are together as well when you get up here.
That was mad. From slicing it off 80 yards when I first came to literally hitting baby draws.
Don't need to aim in the lake no more.
He's
Ledge.
a magician.
Yes,
Fairway, fairway, baby draw.
300 yards. 555. You got 255. So you've hit it 300 exactly. That'll play.
So what we're doing here? 260. Should I?
Just lay it up to practice your irons.
Let's
leave it to a ladder number.
Should we hit 2? So we'll try and hit a 3-wood. See what I'm not hitting 3-wood. And then should we hit also hit an iron?
If you want.
Let's hit 2. Yeah. So we'll go 3-wood first because that 3-wood is a thing that I'm not really practiced, but also I wouldn't really feel confident. So I want to get that confidence up. So I'm going to hit between that dandelion and that thing. Oh, it was such good connection.
You've absolutely smoked it.
Just fell back a little bit, didn't it?
Just fell back a little bit, but that's fine.
Just
That's
on the left
perfect
side.
strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect strike.
Yeah, for a 3-wood. Right. So what should we hit now for a layup?
So we've got about
260.
260. I want you to hit this about 190. It'll leave you around 70 yards.
So try a 6-iron or 5-iron?
With a bit of run, it'll be a 6-iron.
So that's my feet about there. 6-iron just left the middle.
That's too far forward. Go one. That's perfect. That's still just left the middle. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. Stand up a bit taller.
So legs are a bit straighter. Weight on your left. Hand just a little bit of shafting, but tiny bit. That's good. Just stay there now. Nice free swing. Stay there. Pretty good. Slightly high in the face. It wasn't fat. It was high in the face.
Yeah. Well, you can tell me the divot's not fat.
Yeah. So you took a divot after the ball. It was very straight, tiny draw. Just hit it slightly high in the face.
So it might have gone like 30 yards less than normal, but
I probably wouldn't say it's 30, but it's going to be a little bit less. Yeah. 80 yards. It's come like 10 yards short. So
80 yards, yeah. So that's like a shoulder to shoulder. 56 would be 75 yards.
Okay. That's good enough. Take a practice swing first and next to the ball and just get used to interacting with the ground after where that ball is. Yeah, a bit more forward than that. Yeah, lovely. And that's all you're trying to emulate.
Yeah.
6 feet right of the flag with the club face. Good. Okay, keep you a little bit of shaft lean. Now just focus on the number. Okay, so again, you didn't stay on your left side. Distance control was bang on, by the way. You didn't stay on your left side. Try another one. Wasn't a terrible strike, was it?
No, but this is where I need to.
You need to get better at this, yeah.
This is where I need to dial in again.
So so like one technical piece. It was a little bit hitty, right? With the ladder, we want to feel like it's more together through the hit.
Yeah.
So I would more turn everything together. Yes, your hands are quieter, so then you can use your body. They're a bit. It looks a little bit anxious.
I did use my hands there.
Much better. Much better line. You've gone too far, but that was only because you called it a little bit trap thinny, but I way prefer that.
I have one, yeah.
I way prefer that.
A little bit armsy.
Tiny bit. You feel it at the bottom, that's why it's come up a couple of yards short. It's still fine.
Yeah.
But you're interacting with the ground now, that's a positive, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got to work on, so I think your setup looks good. This is much better, but as you're coming through, because there's a little bit of anxiousness or whatever, as you're coming through the hit, there's a bit of a throw. So try and just get everything moving more together. So a nice little feel could be, imagine as you're turning, you're pointing the club at the target,
right, okay.
rather than throwing the club head at the target. Tempo and point the club at the target. Turn. That was the best one so far. If you had much more body there, that was.
Yeah.
Slightly too long, so you got to get better. That was beautifully struck though, and it was straight down the flag. So definitely, do you see how that was? Did it feel through the ball like it was a bit more like that? It was a bit more together.
Yeah, so I've got to do that, haven't I? My finishing thing on any wedge shot, even if it's 55 yards, needs to be
more like that. You don't have a stretch. Just
yeah,
keep. So I would set up to the with no backswing. Right, so no backswing, put your weight on your left. Just turn everything together. That's it. See how that's just all together?
Yeah.
So you don't need a backswing, just turn together. Right, and then add a little backswing with that feel on the follow through. A little backswing, now everything together. Like that.
Yeah.
See how that felt more body led?
Yeah.
Just gonna get these divots.
Get the divots. We're not going to just leave Hillsworth like this. We're going to try and do that feel for these little greenside chips. So obviously I'm probably just going too far forward. So if I line up like that, ball bit back, weight lean, a little bit of shaft.
That's lovely, that.
To be fair,
That is lovely.
just didn't nip. Right, we're going to test it here. We're going to hit a driver, just drive up a par 4,
Yep.
driver, then we're going to hit a 4-iron, and then we're going to hit a 3-wood. Full test here.
Full test.
A full test.
It's absolutely money.
I was aiming a little bit right there. My line was like here, and I was aiming.
But that's gone literally dead straight, and the
Yeah.
wind was off the left. That would have drawn. That was so perfect.
I should hit 7-wood.
Yeah, you don't need 3-wood on here. 7-wood off the deck, yeah? Or off the tee? Off a tee or off the floor?
What would be the shot of a?
Oh, you would definitely tee it up off the tee.
Yeah, I'll just tee up there. I'll just put a little tee off it because I need to get used to hitting this as well. It's a nice little club.
Straight on the knees. Yeah, there you go, you're good. Just drop it back. Oh, that's money. That's money. High draw, middle fairway.
Yeah, that came round, didn't it? So would it be the same drop my shoulder with a 4-iron off a tee?
Dropping your shoulder.
Not my shoulder, my arm.
Yeah, I'm okay with you feeling that off a tee before. Yep, totally fine with that.
Anything off a tee, it's the left arm down.
Well, if you're hitting like an 8-iron off the tee, no, because you still want to hit that. And this is in between, right? So I can kind of do it a little bit with this.
So for like a 4-iron and 7-wood, 3-wood driver.
Yeah, a little bit, and then all them, and then normal.
Anything par 3s.
Yeah, just more iron swing. Do you know what I mean?
Too much, isn't it?
Okay, so let me explain that one, right? That weren't bad, but you notice how
I went down and back.
yeah, and that's what will happen if you do it with an iron and you don't hit down.
Yeah.
So I think with irons, just stay on your left.
Is there another ball? No?
Yeah, I've got one more.
I'm going to try the iron swing.
You lost your footing, but that was far better.
Yeah.
You just lost your footing. But that, you can see how much better that was, yeah?
It's a baby draw on the fairway.
Yeah, you take it all
I'm
down.
happy with it, do you know what I mean?
You're not spinning over it at all.
Yeah, so it's anything with an iron, I do my normal iron swing.
Just think woods off a tee is that.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything off the floor or irons, the iron swing.
Is the iron one,
Yeah,
yeah.
55-yard shot, I'd say.
How far's the pin?
60 yards.
60 yards, so we're landing 55.
Land it like 58, but it's downhill, right? So, and it's on a downslope, so it'll probably go a couple of yards further. So I think maybe 55. Stock 55-yard number's perfect.
Right.
I'd expect you to hold one of these, I'll be honest. Only adjustment you'll make is because the ball's, you notice that's a downslope. Go a little wider in your left foot. So on any downslope, what I would do is go wider in my step out more. So then you can lean down the slope easier. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And making sure you're hitting the ground there. Lovely.
Right, 5 yards.
Just so when you've set up like that, you're just going to focus purely on tempo, yeah? So aim square, step out a little bit with your left, so you're more in front of it because it's downslope. Lean into it, and now just give me a 55-yard good tempo. Love it. You could have held it. Could have held it. Oh, it's a great shot straight over it. That was so well struck, and it was straight down it. That's what we want for ladder.
Yeah, this is where I not forgot. It's just practicing, but like having a couple of lessons on it. You can't just do one lesson and think you're going to be fine for the whole of.
You've got to train it, man.
Yeah,
You've got to train it.
It's mad.
And remember that chipping feel you had with everything together. It's just that, but slightly more. Weight down the slope a little bit. It's good tempo, everything together.
1, 2.
Oh, that's even better. 2 in a row, bro. They're literally same numbers.
Right, I'll do it a little bit less.
No, what I would do is just open the face a degree.
Nah, just do it a little bit less.
It's so simple. He doesn't like changing anything. Keep it the same.
I'm just going to fucking 2 mid strikes. And you're like just over.
Well, why are you changing it? Just hit
I
it
just do a
past
little
it.
bit softer swing.
All right. Everything together, lean down the slope. Stand up a bit, legs straighter, legs, knees straight. There you go. Tempo. So good again. You did do it a little bit less.
All birdie putts really, aren't they? Yes!
Better from you.
Better from me. So crap. I can't actually describe how embarrassed I was with that video. That video is going to do numbers as well. ForeBrothers channel.
It's not going to do good for me either, is it? Let's be honest.
Well, no, it's
let me down.
me, Ash, and the ForeBrothers in a 5-hole major.
Brilliant.
18-hole stroke play major, and I'm about 20 over for the first time in 4 years. Sound, mint that. Right, the last test, a par 3. So this is going to be all irons. I've got 3 balls, yeah?
Yes, boss.
A small green, 180 yards. Ah,
That's pure. Look at the line of it.
mate, everything was
Do you know
was
why?
perfect.
Do you know why? Do you know why you miss hit that? Because you teed it like a freaking driver, mate. Because you're now hitting down into it more. You can't tee it up like that.
I didn't know it wasn't that high.
He was high, mate. Well, the camera will not lie. Everyone can watch on the camera. It's like he's teeing up a little 3-wood. See, that's too high. You're hitting down into it now, like so. You want to tee it like this. So you hit that high in the face.
Yeah, that's it. Didn't go as far because it came high in the face.
Yeah, because you teed it up like a little mini 7-wood.
Front of the green. I'm taking it.
It was a pure, like it was dead straight, wasn't it?
Everything we wanted to do, it did. It just came high in the face. Oh, I did it again.
It's a very good shot though. Look how you're taking a little divot.
Yeah, bounce right.
It's better than the last one. It's further than the last one, but just not. Again, if it's a good bad one. You've hit 2 shots from 180 into wind, on or around the green.
Yeah.
Now that one was a bit different. Look, you towed it where the tee hole was.
Right.
So that was flush in terms of the level of it, but you towed it a little bit.
Right. That's when
So it didn't come out of top. Yeah, it didn't cut back because you towed it, and it didn't feel as flush.
I'm gonna fly down. I'm gonna chip all these, make sure I can get my chip in.
Oh, he did. Oh my God, look at the flag. Get the trace on the flag here.
Ah, oh, that's good. It's going. It's going.
182 into wind. It is a bit of a dip.
Yeah, we'll put 3 all on the green all around it. That's
Right.
class. Right.
Okay, well done.
Thank you very much. As always,
Good to
guys,
see
I'll
you.
pop Chris's stuff below in the description. But yeah, I think that was a very good.
That was productive. Got a lot covered in 2 hours.
My inside 100 yards, that'll definitely help. My irons, connection, strike, everything helps. And driver
now you're Rory McIlroy with driver.
is a draw. Or it'll draw, but it definitely, even if I don't do it as much, as I'm thinking to try and do it, it won't slice as
Yeah,
much. It might
mini.
baby fade, but it won't.
I think when you interpret it and you work on it for a couple of days, I think it'll be really neutral.
Yeah, quite straight.
Because you'll find a happy medium of what you
Yeah.
like. And that's what I said, interpretation.
It's just keeping that left arm closer.
That's how it feels. You feel better?
My left arm was going out, wasn't it? Ah, get in the comments, what do you think? It's been a bit of a longer video, but I think for you lot as well, that might have covered a lot.
Covered a lot. Hope they enjoyed it.
Thank you. Goodbye.